Hello folks and welcome to the National 2025 Youth Championships here in Ballina, New South Wales. It's the Boulder and Lead this weekend, folks. We've got over 300 competitors from all over Australia travelling here for the competition. We've also got some international competitors. Our compadres from New Zealand have travelled across as well, folks. So over 300 competitors competing for the final spots. It's going to be awesome, action-packed. So I'm excited. Hope you are too. So let's get into it. Hello, folks. Welcome along or welcome back if you're coming back from Saturday. Jason Whitten here on the live stream, bringing you all the action today from Ballina, Australia, the climbing jungle. We are up and at it for the National Youth Championships lead final today, folks. Youth A, B, and Junior. A few hours of action-packed lead climbing to come. But before we get into all of that, as I always like to do, introduce my compadre in the commentary box, the one and only, the amazing Ian Gilmartin, mate. Welcome back.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we've had a crazy 4 days, haven't we, Jace?
We have, mate, and you've been down there a bit too, and it was action stations yesterday, of course.
Yeah, there was heaps, super finals, climbing up and down. You're looking at the ladder, every person is switching first place. It was so exciting, and a bit of sun as well we had yesterday, and again another glorious day today. I mean, look at that.
It's nice.
Shot on the way in then.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, folks, today it is all to play for. And now something new for this set of finals this year, or whatever. It's we've got 10 competitors instead of 8, so that's good news.
Yeah, more climbers to enjoy watching. Yeah,
absolutely. And we have 6 finals. 6 finals. Yes, that's it. 6 finals. I'm trying to do the math.
3 times 2. We're in it. We're in it. It's Sunday, everybody. Come on.
It's Sunday. I might need another coffee already, but we're going to be having the Youth A male and female, the Junior male and female, and the Youth B male female. And they'll be coming out, and it'll be just non-stop climbing, non-stop finals this morning for about 3 hours.
Yeah, and
here's our males anyway from the Youth A.
Yeah, as we mentioned the other day, you might see a lot of names that have crossed over, a lot of dual athletes. There were a few smart withdrawals and some people who just did one discipline, some people who just specifically do lead. So it's really exciting. Some of the names you recognise, some come just for this lead, but they, judging on the abilities we saw yesterday, they all can deliver a pretty impactful performance. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so here's all the finalists coming out now, folks. So we might just quickly take a look. Now, they're all coming out. They'll be announced and whatever to the crowd, which is awesome. But we've got a bit of a mix in from Queensland, Victoria, ACT. We've got a few from the land of the long white cloud as well. Yeah. The New Zealanders are showing up in the finals as well as a mix. So it's awesome to see. Not one state at this moment in time, is dominating.
Yeah, no, it's so good. I agree, Jace. Like we were chatting before, saying the blend and the athletes is really
they
good
all
to
are.
see that every state gets a representation, and New Zealand, yeah, exactly right. So it's brilliant. Look at them all coming out, and such a varying. I know there's 3 age brackets, but such a variation of height and reach and such. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they tackle these problems.
Absolutely. Well, you can see the wall behind them, and in a moment. They'll all get a chance to do a viewing, and they're going to turn around and start pretending to climb in the air. If anyone was seeing this and they didn't know what was going on, they'd probably think a few weird, strange things are happening. However, now they get a chance to take a look at all of the climbs, or their climbs specifically, and try and memorize that. And they go back out the back, Ian, and then they sit around for like an hour or so, and then hopefully remember it and come out and crush.
Yeah, it's good, and like you can see there, they're allowed to touch the first hold. Usually it's anything you can reach from the ground without taking your feet off. But they're all getting told now which climb they can do. They can discuss between themselves, help each other, say what they think, say what they see. But it's just getting every bit of information you can to try and get any kind of advantage.
Well, as you see it here, folks, we might zoom back out and see if we can take a look at the wall nice and slow, sort of on the way up. And you know, you can see the different coloured holes. If you're new to this game, well, what happens with a lead final or lead climbing is that you start at the bottom, you go to the top. That probably makes pretty well straightforward sense.
We'd hope you pick that bit up. Yeah, exactly.
But each of the holes as you move upwards has a point. That point then gets tallied as you go. There's some technicalities if you move from one and try to reach it, but don't get there, you get a plus. And there's a timer. You know, you get 6 minutes to climb your climb. So that's kind of how it's scored, and you got to get to the top. And, you know,
we don't often see the time being a factor, but it is there as that safety net divider.
Yep.
And but yeah, what we like to see here is where people like choose to clip, because obviously as they're going up, they're taking the rope up with them in lead climbing, and you have to secure at each point. If you drive past your knee, you climb past it without clipping, then obviously that's another thing where you're disqualified. So little things you got to think where to clip, don't go too high. It's all about safety too.
Safety issues.
But it gets in your head, you know, you can top rope a climb and be like so comfortable on it, come back to lead, and now you've got to stop to clip, pull the rope. It's so much more fatiguing and such a much more of a mental sport, which is why I love watching the lead finals.
Different kettle of fish. Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a look at the lineup. The team had the scoreboards up before, but we might start with the Bs and slowly go through who made it, and have a little conversation about, you know, what that lineup is. And so the B females, you might see a couple of names you recognise. Like you said, Ian, there's a bit of a crossover from the boulder, but Oriel came in the first rank. The scoreboard will probably populate in a second, but it did well in the qualifiers.
Yeah, so she qualified in first spot. This is just not quite the list we have, but that's okay.
I think that's this one is Youth A female, so maybe the team might be pressing the wrong buttons, but this one is Youth A. So let's
I was going to say that's a little sneak peek for you. I was going to say. So yes, as we saw with the boulder, Taco's qualified. Tiana take the boulder crown down, but yeah, Tiana had to withdraw. But yeah, Taco came out qualified in first, and then we see Mackenzie from New South Wales, and then Grace Hansen again, an international from New Zealand, taking out the third place in qualifying, which is pretty epic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like we've got the Youth B work.
All right, let's switch back to the Youth B then, which is awesome. Oriel in there, Katie and Laura. Now, Oriel and Katie, you know, pretty convincing showdown for the qualifiers.
Yes.
But you know, Laura and Jamie not too far behind in that sense. Yeah, listen, you know, anything to play for here. We've seen that happen before, Ian.
Yeah, well, now we've seen 8th come to first in a previous competition over the years when we've been doing it, but now it's 10th. So yeah, Indy Fraser could be sitting there thinking to herself, "I've made the finals. Hit the top and put it in. You know,
could be
sit
her.
Back and see what happens.
Could be her day." And you know, this is the thing with this stuff, and you know, it's only one shot. You know, it's one and done for lead climbing with boulder. You get 4 minutes or 5 minutes depending on the style, and you rotate through. But
not very forgiving sport.
Not a forgiving sport. Yeah, this is it. You know, it's the one go. So Atako Mackenzie. Oh, no, that's Atako Mackenzie, Grace, Olivia, Christelle, Indigo, Isla, Uma, Mia, Lucinda, Lucy, and Olivia, all in the lineup here as we go.
Yeah, I think this is where we might see, there's 2 divisions where we might see actually 11 climbers, so you're just going to be spoiled for action just because there was ties in the 10th position, and that's why this will show the 10, but there is potentially Olivia Hills competing as well to stay tied. But yeah, I mean, they were all pretty close in both divisions. In fact, male and female, between all 3 splits, it was pretty close at the top. Atako was the only one on the first climb, I will say, that sort of stood out, but then everyone else was within a couple of holds of each other. I'm excited because, yeah, we've had a quick look at the routes, and you can see them in the background there. They're not that they're pretty hectic for all 3 divisions. So yeah, you're going to see how they tackle them.
Well, a bit of a shout out to the route setters as well. Big few days for them, and you know, what a gym as well. This is a pretty beautiful setting, and the sun's out. Hopefully the rain stays away today for all the competitors. And
there you'll see, guys, that, you know, it backed onto the river, which is very unique. It's got that nice corridor. It has a boat dock if you want to sail there for the climb.
Take the boat down.
We were looking at it like it's glorious. But yeah, it's really nice. Climbing jungle in Ballina. Yeah, if you are in the area or you're passing through, please stop by and show them support. And yeah, here's the junior females. So Abby, Ines again. Ines qualified first in the bouldering. Mae Bradbury, she was also up there. So Josie Wardrop, Mace again. Yeah, a lot of these all did the bouldering as well. Then some new ones, Nigeri North, Gabriella Innes, Jacqueline Damasco, Danny Godoravi, and Stella Summers-Dixon. So, yeah, another packed group of names that you will have seen in there dominating their states. And, yeah, it's hard to pick a winner, isn't it? I always try and sort of not root for someone, but I think, you know, looking at their scores, who was the most complete, or when we see them qualify, I don't want to say anything this year.
too close to call, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, but I think what you will see across all of these divisions is that many of them are going to climb the same lead climb because they're all strong. They're like, you know, there's not much separating a junior from a youth B sometimes, you know. So this is the thing. That's why I think. And rightly so, that the categories have changed a little bit for next year,
Yes.
but I think this is it's going to be good. Going to be plenty of action, and all of the competitors are popping back into isolation now. So they go back out the back.
Yes.
They try and stay warm, and hopefully remember what they saw and come back out and got 6 minutes to climb it when it's their shot. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like a conveyor belt of climbers. When one comes off, they'll unclip. The second one will come out with a rope and where they're going, and third and so on. We will start, as always, again, if you're new to joining us, please get in the chat, give us some feedback, but they will come out in 10th position first, working up. So the last athletes we see will be the people who qualified in first position.
So we're going to see as we go, folks. We're going to see, according to the run sheet here, but the Youth B females, the junior female, and the junior male all climbing at once. So we're going to have 3 climbers of action. Hopefully we can keep the action shots from the camera crew. They're all down there. Big shout out to them too. They've been there early setting up. So
well, we managed to do pretty well, I think, with the the boulder, where we had 8 athletes bouldering away.
Action stations.
And this is a pretty open, expansive lead wall. It's fantastic, to be fair.
Well, let's have a look at the youth male here. Now, Cohen Jackson absolutely showing up and crushing from the Western Australian contingent, and doing quite well. So we might try and get the scoreboards back up if the crew can do it.
Excited to show us the facility. But yeah, Cohen from WA, and also second spot, Max Batiga. He's a WA athlete as well. So they did pretty solid showing, back-to-back tops, both of them. And then there was Jimmy Smirk and Aston at Victorian in the South Australian, who also topped both. So quite rare that you see 4 athletes top, and it isn't that the climb was by any means soft. Like I said, there was over nearly 30 athletes in the division, and there was a range of different points where people fell, which is always a sign of a really well set route.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be rolling in just a moment, folks, but the competitors are out the back. You can see the volunteers there carrying the rope buckets out the back, so they'll tie them in and walk them out, and then we'll get ready to. But there you go, youth A male, Cohen, Max, and Jimmy, and Aston all topped.
Joint first. Pretty epic.
Topped both qualifiers, so all 4 of them. So you would think that they would be the ones to beat, but like we always know, folks, anything can happen in this lineup and mix. So get ready for some exciting climbing.
Yeah, and then again, youth B males, probably familiar with a lot of these names again, because we've seen them in previous years, and we always talk about like last year's champion Jasper coming back, so we know him well. But there's the ACT Stephen Reski, or Stephen Rayevsky maybe, from ACT, and Fletcher McGrath, another international. So Fletcher's really put a hectic performance in this week.
So some of them been climbing like four days straight.
That's crazy.
I'd be destroyed after 4 hours, but 4 days of
and I had a chat with a few of them.
Qualifying, finals, the lot.
We were chatting with a few of them at the truck yesterday when we're just feeding them, and the spirits were so high, everyone. And I will say, shout out to the support crews, the families. So many people made the trek out and were hanging around all day. Even your uncles, aunties, cousins, and things. And I'm like, oh, this is mint, 4-hour drive to come support them. So shout out if you are one of these people who's been cheering on and supporting.
Absolutely.
Well,
thanks for joining us on the live stream, folks. Make sure you share it around, let people know. It's always great. But our first athletes out, but a few shout outs in the chat are always awesome. But let's see how we go here. One of our Tasmanian athletes, straight up. Jimmy Fitzgerald from Tasmania. Just out on the mat now. And also one of the New South Wales in there together.
Oh, she's straight into it as well. No messing there. So, yeah, so we'll bring you the
junior female as well. Oh, no!
The little Fraser, is it? Let's have a look.
Oh, that's the heartbreaker of this one, folks. You get one shot at. That's Jacqueline.
Yeah,
was that Jacqueline?
I think it was little Indy Fraser, bless her.
Yeah, gee, I tell you.
She did epic in the bouldering. She's a really good young athlete. And to be honest, we've seen that happen every year, heaps of times. And it's probably better to happen when you are in that B division. It's a lesson you learn, but it's just also it can happen, Forget it, push it under your sleeve and move on,
Yep.
But yeah, we do see Mr. Tazzy here is getting well underway,
right,
which is good.
That's good. Well, we got some nice shots here. Maybe just yeah, that's perfect right there, and right off the ground. It's straight into it. Yeah. Now we see these big holds here, Ian. We've seen them before. They look like that's great. Plenty of stuff on there, but they're not as positive as you want them to be.
Yeah, we spoke about them. We have them in our gym, and we've used them in other comps, and and I think he found there that some of them are just not very positive, but you can't see. The way the plate is, the size of the plate, you can't see this in-cut or slopery until you actually hit it or, get around the corner to see inside it. So it's quite a tricky hold. Both of them, they're just having a little bit of a slip. His toe just pops out, unfortunately. It's a bit of a difficult one, but again, I think because it is so overhung so early, we will see a few people making that issue there where if they don't lock that toe in correctly, they're going to be slipping out at that point.
Well, we'll see what happens here. And now, folks, we do come out in reverse order. So someone who came in 10th, arguably, in a finals climb, would fall off a little bit earlier, potentially that someone comes out in first.
Yeah.
So, it will progress and the action will hopefully build for us. And the crowd, big crowd there, inside and out. So it's awesome to see.
Yeah. And shout out to both. We should see a third one come out because there was more athletes in certain divisions.
Yeah.
That's why we'll see those. But yeah, shout out to Indy Fraser and Mr. Fitzgerald. They've updated him already. Mr. Fitzgerald, young Jimmy there. Congratulations on making a national final. Pretty amazing. And regardless if you slip early or if you hit the top, all of you can go home if if they watch us back. Very proud of themselves and their efforts.
All right, we've got. I think we've got Jack Kincaid out now.
Yes.
And I think we've got
Jack Kincaid,
and
and UP will be, should be if it works, is Vasilnia Farooq. So we'll see. Yeah, the system works, Chase.
Does work. We just got to keep on top of it, and Jack not mucking around. That's for sure.
And we will see another athlete underway as well.
Yep, we will see 3 climbers all at the same time. They might be able to zoom out and get it all in one shot. But here we go. Look at this. The team absolutely crushing with a little bit of that. Maybe zoom out on a few of them and just get a little bit more distance.
So Vasilnia here, a bit taller, but has locked that first clip in. So really a bit patient with her feet. And I think sometimes it's going to be the benefit of being a bit late. She's probably seen Indy come back in relatively fast and thought, okay, there's obviously
someone needs to ask those people to sit down in front of the camera. But we'll see. Yeah, so a little bit. Now this is this.
It's a toe hook.
Yeah, bit of a high heel.
Probably. Oh, it's still slipped down. I'd see. So it might be one to watch that first heel or two.
Now you can see the black tape over there shows that she can't use anything to the left of that black tape. We might see if we can get the split screen in order on the wall.
Oh, that's one of those plates as well. Looks more inker than it is. So unfortunately, he's found out the same way I usually do.
Let's see if we can.
Good effort.
Yep. Now this is quite good.
Very steady in the middle screen as well.
All right, there we go. Beautiful.
Everything is moving really. It's quite flat, like you say. Not many volumes here. Very sort of face climbing style, like body close to the wall. Not much of an angle.
Yeah,
change.
on the green climb, more.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, just in the nick of time to see him come down.
Actually, the other way around. But
was it?
yeah. The green one's on the left, the red one's in the middle, and the other one's on the right. And but this is a little bit more face, but it might be more delicate, a bit down lower, Ian. But it's certainly going to kick up and get into it in a moment. Finding a little spot here where you can just work out those feet.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting sort of very, like you say, very technical, very precise start. We do see commonly, like with the other other routes, that there's the huge plates in that red Australia, and then heaps of volumes on the right-hand side boulder, but right-hand side climb. However, yeah, this is very, very precise, very smart, very sort of measured, and look at that great reach.
A bit more gentle here, and we saw that, we talk about the clips all the time. Now that's quite a high clip, but her height did work a little bit.
Really using everything that she's got in a repertoire there to benefit her. Brilliant. Oh, look at that little jib underneath.
Now this is where it gets a little bit more spicy. Now that's a bit of a blind foot there. You can't really see what you're standing on because the other one's blocking it. But yeah. Yeah.
This is, I think, them slow breathing because she's just hitting there. They're pretty good if you don't hang on them forever. So you can see she's put a hand back on it, quick clip. You don't hang on them because that's when that sweaty palm will just start to slide off.
Absolutely.
Nice chalk up time in there.
Now doing quite well here on the wall.
Yeah, she looks very, very. This is a pretty high up the wall. Yeah, but she looks very controlled, very precise, and pretty calm. Like I said, it doesn't look like she's struggling too much. It's better angle, just a little bit dark with the shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a tricky spot because that's when you first turn to the volumes, and all of a sudden from that flat close to the wall, big power move leaning back. But well done.
It does look like it kicks back in there a little bit as well. So there you go. Those three climbers done and dusted. A little bit of progression on the red. And
Vasilia really putting a marker down there as well. And then we saw it was Jacqueline Damasco as well, was the female that we saw in the purple in the junior female division. So they have sent out, as usual, a little bit of keeping us on our toes. They've sent out junior male, junior female, and youth B female. So they did say 3 divisions will be coming out.
Yep.
So if you're at home and you check the schedules, it's a slight change. We are proud to update though, but it is still 3 divisions. So it's the junior, so it'll be the youth B females. We've seen 2 of those. We've seen Indiana Fraser, Vasilia, and Audrey Monet should be the next athlete out. And then we'll also see the second of the junior females, which will be Gabriela Ines, and the third of the gentlemen, Tejano from Queensland. Tejano did really well in the boulder, actually, Mr. T. So we'll see how he goes here. Very, very strong, powerful climber. Bit of a joker, if we can say.
Bit of a character.
Character, yeah, that'd be a nice one. I think he'd be happy with any of it. But
there you go. And so Audrey from WA. So a big showing in the Western Australian crew, actually, and their open boulder state comp is coming up soon as well. And great training for all of them.
Some really nice facilities.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Great shot. Look at this. 3 3 on the wall all at once.
Yeah.
All getting to that first section, which is brilliant.
Audrey on the
Yeah,
left,
that's
and
a
then
great
Tahana
shot.
in the middle, and
That's a great
Gabriella
shot.
in the middle.
Yep.
Gabriella on the right.
Yep. Yep.
It's like being at the crag scene, you know.
It is. It is. You know, there you go. So, getting a bit of a feel of the open air nature of the climbing gym, folks. And if you do get a chance, pop on by Climbing Jungle.
It is
great
cool.
location.
Yeah, you get up the wall and look great, and you're
Oh
looking,
no!
no,
Early slip. Oh, now you know that's the thing. That one there, they all look pretty big, and you think, oh yeah, I'll just reach up and grab it, but you've just got to be on your game, on. Now this is the final, so that's the way it is. The cookie crumbles.
Yeah, exactly, and it is one of those. Oh, big change. It is one of those things that, like you say, it's a one and done format. And
Yep.
It's, we've seen it in World Cups. We've seen it in the Olympics. It's really who just has that perfect run. Who just gets that one. Everything clicks. Bit of luck goes their way, and it comes together.
Well, we can see.
By the way, I was going to say, if we're looking at Audrey on the left there, just absolutely flying away. Yeah, really speedy on the wall. Of
Looking
position.
good. Well, it is steep territory, and like we've said a few times before, probably want to move fast enough where you don't, you know, leave too much energy behind. And you know, Gabriella doing a great job. Good pacing,
Right.
finding a rest, finding really solid places to clip from as well. That's very smart. Straight arm.
Yeah, really good.
But Audrey reaching into this section here where it kicks back.
She climbed it quite different to the way that we saw Vasilina earlier, because she's still relatively tall, but a little bit shorter, so didn't do that big span. But yeah, Gabriella here as well.
We might see if. Oh, all right. Let's see if we can. If the camera team can get in a little bit closer on this shot, but
well done, Gabriella.
yeah, a little bit closer, so we can see a little bit of this next action, because there we go. That's it. Yep, and up a little bit on their feet, and we'll see where they're climbing. But this is where we saw the high point before, but that's quite nice as we go up. Now this looks like a bit of a
yeah. I think you got to try and make that next move to the hold first.
bit of a chunky.
And this is what I speak about with the top rope. You don't even thinking about that move.
No.
You just hit the hold and go.
Well, this is. Oh, I was going to say this is smart. She climbed up to it to clip easier from her hip, but that was a foot slip. That one. That wasn't. Yeah, that was. And I think she still had plenty in the tank.
She did the right thing where she tried, didn't get it, adjusted.
Well, that was good. She was looking. Well, I think that might have been a high point, but still plenty to go. Yeah. Here we go. You watch the foot pop. Oh, nice. Good. Not nice that she fell off, but nice that they got on the replay. I mean, folks at home.
I knew what you meant, Jess. Everyone knows what you mean. Yeah.
I'm like, everyone's like, oh, what a mean bugger.
I was watching a girl in the qualifying boulders on Thursday, and she put her heel basically above her high right hand. Heel went above her. I was like, oh, disgusting. But it was like, that's like what we use the term to be like, that's so amazing, like it's unexpected.
Yeah.
And her dad who was filming looked, I was like, no, that's a massive compliment. I was like, so we do have some different terminology, state to state, country to country, Aussie. So
absolutely,
we never mean nothing negative.
Well, and that could be, you know, Aussie and Aussie, New Zealand, and the UK. We're all a bit like that. I think sometimes the the
crossover, but it's definitely only a good thing. Trust us on that. But yeah, really, really solid. Getting to that point, I think that's the first real big crux that we're seeing is that switch to where it hits the overhung. Yes. And then you want to the big fiberglass slopers.
Yeah, well, that looks like that's where the gear change needs to be for these climbers, and it changes energy pretty quickly. Nice, slow and delicate on the slab, and then boom, steep territory with slopers.
Straight into the power. So it should be near Boston, and I think we're going to see Haley Batista. That is, isn't it? Yeah. So the list we show you, like I said, where people have tied, they can come out in different ways. But that looks like young Haley. I know her. Yep. So yeah, Haley, Boston, and there, and there. So we will see them go.
All right, let's see how these guys get their way up, and in come the volunteers. Now you can see a second person also helping out with the start. That's with it's a spot for the first two clips, folks, where just in case the rope is a bit long on that section there, someone just spots for the fall or the potential fall.
Yeah,
now,
avoiding the ground fall.
Yeah, ground. And I mean, the mats are there as well, so, but safety on for the competitors is always important. So,
and if you are watching this and wanting to get into lead climbing, by the way, go see your local sport gym and take part in a course. We have some great companies up in Queensland that do it. I'm sure there's some in your state as well. Yeah, make sure we see a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm going to just start lead climbing, and see them buy a rope and some quick doors. Go, are you getting any training? My mate will show me. Please, do the proper course. I'll make sure you learn the way.
Absolutely.
Because,
there's a lot more to it than just climbing. When it comes to rope work and safety and belaying and coming down and all sorts of stuff, it's a whole new kettle of fish. But this is fantastic.
Boston's going well.
Yep. Might see if the team can zoom in a little bit on this shot and get a little bit closer. But we're starting to see.
Boston's at this spot here where you put the heel in, but it's not, because of the angle. It's not too short. He's just done it anyway. That's sick.
This is great. Now.
Yeah, it's flying too. Look at
that. And again, if you've got it in your mind and you're feeling the flow, then get on with it as you go. But
it's three very different styles. Yeah, Boston's sort of hitting the move, setting, hitting the move, setting. There's sort of fluid, just pumping through it, which is good. It's I'm gonna say it's a little more physical, being faster, but because you're on the wall less time. It's sort of 6 of one, half dozen the other. Big Boston just reached up for that crimp, and unfortunately just couldn't stick it.
I think that might be a high point at this moment in time as well.
I think it is. And then Haley, who's on the other scale of, she had to work inside, had to adjust to move it so, because again, she's not quite as tall as the other girls. Really methodical, sort of hitting every move, being quite precise. There you go, look, surefire toe, nice chalk.
Well, we might get the camera team just to get a bit higher so we can see where she's climbing, not where she's been.
Yeah, we won't leave you guessing.
Yep. So get it up there. So this is a high point, I think, as well. And this is where...
that's nice.
Yeah, bit higher.
So
and
bump to that next right hold, because I think that's semi-right Inco. I know it's dual text, the one near a knee, but we've all ignored it, which is interesting. Is that no text? Oh, it's got jib on it.
You can see the steepness now. It was flat before, and now it's kicked back. You can see the angle of the quick draws.
Haley doing well, clipping in between her waist. Like, she's so experienced. We've seen her lead climbing for years and competing at this level, and I think that's the benefit of being a lead climber.
All right, we might be able to switch to the top out camera soon if we're going to get a top, or we're getting close to it. That would be awesome. But this looks like she might need to get a foot in. And, I was going to say that little barn door out on that one, but well done. That's a high point, setting the pace for.
Just holding her knee a little bit there. I think she bonked it on the way up, but that was epic. Yeah, that was a really, really good send. She looked quite controlled and precise. But yeah, again, that looks, you can see an experienced lead climber where she wasn't nervous, wasn't trying to clip the moment she could reach it. Find a really stable point where you can counter your weight, clip, because you're only going to have max 3 points when you're clipping. So you make sure you're pretty sturdy on your feet or really good straight arm, and she did that perfectly. So well done to Haley. That's a pretty epic performance. And
absolutely.
Currently we're putting the lead same as Boston at 22 plus. See him jump to the lead. We've seen there 23 plus. And obviously when it's updated, you will see Haley jump to the top. I think should be 24 plus.
Well, the action is growing, is building in anticipation. That's for sure. Plenty of the crowd.
Great turnout, isn't it?
Yeah, plenty of the crowd here, and I saw a few people in the crowd talking about how they would do the beta. So it's always easy from the ground or on the lounge. But...
I'm an armchair Olympian as well. Yeah, exactly. I can see it all. But really good. I mean, I obviously I'm mad for the boulder, and I think in-house bouldering is so fun because it's just breakneck speed moves left, right, and center. But I always enjoy watching and bringing you guys at home and girls the live stream for the lead, because it is such a bit more of a puzzle to fix out long term. You see him
kind of a bit more strategy in it sometimes. Like it does feel a little bit slower, but there's strategy and system in this one. So the gear change is nice. and the climbing is always awesome to see. But we've got our next set of competitors out now.
So,
Brendan here, looking ready to roll.
No, yeah, another Queenslander. So you'll have Brendan. You will see Mercia, who's actually been in Queensland for a while, and also the UP female is Zanthi from New Zealand again. So yeah, I was going to say we've got heaps of New Zealanders.
Looks like we got Dickie Nee here with the hat head, but all three hopefully on the wall in a moment. But these two not mucking around again. Another Western Australian ready to roll, which is May. Now, she did all right last year, I think, if I remember correctly, in the lead.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not sure she's living in Queensland at the moment, but she's been climbing the facilities quite a bit, and we've seen a lot of her. And yeah, really, really positive person, big smile, good energy.
All right, moving into these this section here, this early section for Brendan.
Yes.
Now, I was going to say I've seen that difficult to do without a heel or something else in there, but popped off pretty quickly.
I was going to say just sort of pushed down on his foot to try and create that pressure, but it's like, yeah, no, the heel, high heel or the toe was good. May looking really calm and always good to see. And then we see
very smooth movements for May and Zanthi.
Zanthi just taking it steady. I do think this face part, the flat vert lower side of the UP female climb is a much slower session because it's flatter. You're not in that rush.
Yep.
Whereas Mayhay's just turned the jets on again.
It makes your climb a little bit slower, but and the thing is that you've got to be ready to change gear a little bit higher. So you know, there we go. So
you see that big jug above is the current high point.
All right, let's get the team to zoom out a little and get the shots in. This is great. Zanthi looking good. Yeah.
Nice to see where they're going, which is good. Away from the camera for that. Now this is same thing. I think. So with
that's
that
so
jug,
disconcerting, that big one. It's not a jug, Ian.
No. It is on the left inside. I think if it's the hole I'm thinking of, it's a bigger than the middle of those is super slopey, like disgusting. And then the left inner and the right inner, the two corners of it, are slightly still full hand in, but slightly more positive. So yeah, you're inclined to. I've leapt at them before and thinking, oh yeah, it's nice, and it is just crackers. It's
nothing
just a
there.
trash bag in the middle. Yeah.
Well, here you go.
Come on. Okay, Zanthi. So May's will be tied though. That same high point.
Yep. Now Zanthi. Now, I think she needs to swap her feet here, or she might need to do a little bit of something on the slope or above. But you know, she's got
one of my favorite chalk bags, Paul the Pirate, as well.
Paul the Pirate.
I love the pirate chalk bag.
Oh, they love them. Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a business that is, isn't it? AP, such an epic thing. Come on, Zanthi. So
now this is where it changes gear. She's got to sort of, you know, drop it out of cruise control and really get into power mode now. Great to see a few shout outs on the chat.
Yeah, exactly. I think Bell, Kalani, Marty, and
so this is it. Like it immediately just launches, and you can see the gear change right now, can't you?
I think it's so sick. Yeah. Cheered to herself. She did the right thing when she could wait her feet before the incline. Chalked up, took a second. Now try and just push through this quick as you can.
This is where we've seen a couple of pops with the clip. That clip is difficult.
Same thing where Haley had this issue here, and she just left it and tried to get a bit higher.
Really steep territory here, shaking out, trying to get a little bit back, and smartly moving on. Maybe climb into that one, and this might be a bit easier. But
the problem is that when you're here, if you've got to clip across like that, she's done that really nicely. If she gets that
straight arm.
That's sick.
Feeling quite comfortable, or well, I wouldn't say quite comfortable. Oh
no!
Oh, little foot slip right there.
Margins, just that's so unlucky. Well done, Zanthi. Same sort of spot is that because the one above it is flat and off the volume your body's turned. When you push into that, your weight comes out your feet so quickly, and you know, so she knows she has to be precise. And unfortunately, trying to make that adjustment, little slip,
but. Certainly up there when it comes to the height and the points. If you want to follow along, folks, with the live scoreboard, go to Sports Climbing Australia website and track down the event, and you'll see it. But right now, there's the scoreboard as it rolls, and Haley pretty commanding lead at this moment in time, but plenty of climbers to come, and arguably the top 4 or 5 still yet to hit the wall.
Yeah, and I think Xanthi might be 30. I don't know if she'll get the plus, but she'll be about that same sort of spot.
Around
I think Haley will be plus 2 positive.
Yeah, well, let's roll through to the others, so junior male and junior female. If we can get the scoreboards up, that'd be awesome.
Well, while they're switching,
while they're switching.
Finley, Kate, and Liam with me. Thank you for the shout outs, and thank you for Liam. But yeah, Finley cheering on the New Zealanders, and lucky Xanthi, good climbing. Exactly agree with that. She looked good. To be fair, everyone in there is just, we love them all. They're also impressive. But yeah, New Zealand's been starting with a bang. So well done to you.
All right, I think we got Zach here from New South Wales. You can see the blue strip, which is always a giveaway.
Yeah, technically a home game for him. So let's see.
Yeah, May and Nagiri tied at the moment, and pretty well, like 1 minute 49 seconds and 1 minute 45. So must be on a count back there at this moment in time. So
yeah,
there you go.
And, May 2 seconds quicker. Turbo May, they're calling it.
Turbo May.
So this is Josie Wardrop. We're going to see take on that one again. A boulderer, very familiar. So we'll see Josie. We're going to see Arabella Jones, and
Josie,
and then obviously the New South Walesian Zach.
Yeah, well, get
that
that right, Ian. Get that. Now this is great, so to see the Tassie crew, and I think they had sort of 7 or 8 athletes come on up to New South Wales, which is.
We've always had good chats with the Tassie.
Absolutely.
Tassie crew. We've had some interviews with a few of the legends over the years as well. Always a good fun bunch of Tassies. They definitely bring the hype.
Yeah. And, shout out from the New Zealand crew.
Yeah,
Finley there. Great to see. Now,
so
see, he's got the heel in there. So he's got that heel in.
He's on a while though, which I never like, to be honest with that.
That's powerful. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. Gee, that's yeah. The heel was good for the clip, but not necessarily good for that next move. So kind of got him stuck in there where he couldn't transfer power into his undercling or his bicep. But
now I'm thinking if Josie wants to do something magic, she gets to 27 plus. She got 27 plus on both her qualifiers. If she hits it on this, it would put her in first place comfortably at the moment as well. But it'd also be a bit of an eerie trifecta. It's completely unrelated to anything.
Well, there you go. We like a little bit of that, but there you go. 27 plus is the one to equal or beat. That's right. It's like or the inside flag, and that's actually quite smart. Lean into that hold.
Yeah, she's a little bit
of
more
balance.
Petite, little bit, Arabella, and she's gonna have to do a little adjustment back now.
Josie just now here at this high point, or
so let's see if she knows to see. She's going up a bit high with the heel on it. She
just trying to get it. Yeah. Now coming down, or she looks like she's a bit pumped here. Now don't underestimate how steep this is here, folks. Really steep.
She's strong.
Yeah, and she's going to give it some.
Oh, she went for the left, though. She did the right thing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
She did go for the right thing. She is strong though.
Well, that seems to be the stopper right there. That's the 23 plus that they've all hit. So we shall see if someone else can unlock that code. But in the meantime, Arabella getting into the business end of this climb as well. Now this is where you drop the hammer and really click it into next gear. Now she's a bit taller in this, so this section might suit her a little bit better.
Not too sure. What I like about it is the way she's switching her footwork, adjusting things, and then she sticks it and goes.
This clip has really worn a few people out now.
She's got it.
Yeah, nice.
That's really nice.
And that makes a big difference. Get that first go.
The drag. Yeah. People think it's just lifting your arm. You got that rope drag. You got those things. Oh, really good. She stepped that foot there.
All right, nice and solid. Beautiful climbing.
That's
all right.
Awesome. Proud of love.
Yeah, there we go. Now this could be at a high point, maybe close to the top out cameras as well. Ooh. Oh, now that looks like a big. Now you could see a tick mark up there too, folks. Maybe the camera crew could zoom in on it and see if we could get it, but you could see a tick mark on that one higher. Usually, sometimes the route setters will give the climbers a little bit of a tip, of where to shoot for and what to do. Especially if it's some sort of blind throw or you can't really see the hold. But that was great climbing. Really nice work, efficient, and think that might be a high point there, maybe.
Yeah,
or pretty
I
close.
think that maybe
Haley was up there though.
spot, yeah. I think Josie will move in as well because of a qualifying time. But I liked what she did there, where she's so strong. But what she did there is she put that foot up high at first, but I think it was just because it's so because that would have made that move to the slope big jug not as big, because what they're doing when they're going low is all having to jump to it, and when you're jumping, you know, you can't adjust. But she was in that position where if she could have just rocked over, she would have been able to feel it a bit better. But unfortunately, I think her foot was slipping a little. That's why she climbed back down. And it's never easy to climb down, adjust your feet, and then come back up again. It's
Well, you could see there really the efficiency in that clip too for Haley.
No, sorry for the I'm going to say it, Arabella.
Arabella. Sorry, she just equaled with Haley. I was looking at the scoreboard, but Arabella, she got it first go, so that gave her, gave her that extra, 5 seconds, 10 seconds on the wall, and it made the difference. Well, she's now up in equal first at this moment in time, or equal height, but not in first. Arabella's still there, maybe on count back at this moment in time.
Yeah, so this is where it's interesting whether will it go to time or will it go to qualifying, how they qualified, because there's got to be a benefit to qualifying first, and then then times to be tied, you qualifying, it would be time. But if you qualified first, you would be higher if you get the same hole.
Yeah.
So we're going to see now. Back up is Jamie Wong. Again, another one we're very, very familiar with. We're going to see Jamie. We're going to see Maeve Bradbury and Connor Linnane. So Connor is from the ACT.
Let's go, Connor.
Yep. And then Maeve. Again, we're very, very familiar with Maeve Bradbury. Bouldered the other day really magnificently as well. And she's on your right-hand side. And UP female is Jamie Wong on the left. And I think, again, I don't want to jinx her, but I think she's going to do really. She's a really, really talented climber.
Absolutely. Well, big shout out to all of those on the live stream. Thanks for joining us, folks, and thanks for getting in the chat a little bit and shouting out. It's always nice to get a little bit of banter going on, and I'm sure those who go back and watch it a bit later on, the climbers will appreciate a little bit of chat. Now, this is a section here where you've got to just keep an eye on what you're doing in the middle. So make sure the concentration is there.
Well, all three of these boulders have that, that intensity from the start. We've seen on the red and the green, especially, like 2 or 3 people coming off by this point already. So it is.
You can see the steepness as it goes. Like there's a little bit of slow, steady climbing on the green, and then the red and the white really are just all about guns blazing, and try and get up a bit higher and have enough. Oh no!
Little bicycle in. There we go.
Well, he's a bit taller too, so some of these moves might be.
I think Connor's got his toe jammed in there at the heel as well, which is nice. Boston just sat on that heel.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. That is interesting. Wow.
Good dual climbing here. This is great action stations, folks.
Well, if he takes the top spot, he's battled for it, and he's in it because there you go. There's a nice adjustment. Very, very good. He looks so strong.
Absolutely. Oh no! A little slip there, and Maeve, the last climber on the wall, moving into this position with a clip and doing that statically.
See what I mean about this? Was saying if you get that high up. Hello.
We've missed it. There goes the bird.
I just wanted to show you that bird. Can we get back?
Let's get back to the action, folks. There we go. All right, well, Maeve, this is the high point so far.
So what I was saying is I liked what she did, what Jamie tried as well. So they both read this very well. Is that knowing, look, you see where the chalk is, that left side.
Oh, yeah, and you can see her elbows just starting to pump up now and come out. Oh, nice.
Reach past it.
Well done. And that lip there, hopefully when she gets to, or when the competitors get to climb above that lip, the steepness disappears and you get a little bit of respite, but the holes tend to dry up and get a bit smaller.
Within reason, Jess, yeah. But no, I think what I liked is she did what I was saying that we saw Josie try, which is to be more static to that big jug. because
She got a nice heel in there, though. There was a heel toe that really kept her in nice and solid as well.
Yeah, that was magnificent.
Yep. And you
Good
saw,
leader.
folks, she jumped for the next hole, which gives her a positive score as well. So that's smart. You know, at this age, really good strategy, Ian.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's, you know, as they're moving into that sort of, this is her last year competing in this youth division. She's competing in the Opens now. It shows what she's learned along her journey as a youth climber, is that, you know, hey, secure something, make it positive. We saw the youth C finals be decided between a plus and not plus, you know, so it's that same thing of that, like the one climber who jumped past it. The other one was actually trying to clip, and Daniel, and which I think he just was so comfortable that it was unexpected to slip, but he was trying to make the clip to move, but the other person was falling, reached up, and, you know, ended up securing the spot. So it's a finite thing.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the strategy, that's the smarts, isn't it? You know, clip first. The clip doesn't get you a point. A plus gets you a point. So there you go. Maybe we can go to the junior female. There we are, and Maeve, pretty significant improvement on that spot. So 27 plus.
Yeah, that's big.
Is the one to beat.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, as we say, is like, you know, like in Daniel mind the other day, like, and we were watching, like, this kid's going to top it.
Yeah.
He's so comfortable, so strong. But if you're on the wall, the other person already climbed. Just make the move, make that high move. Because if someone does slip or foot pops or something happens, you're there to reap the reward. So yeah, for all these athletes who are, you know, watching it back, remember those sort of things, that if you are falling, try and make that advancement if you can.
Yeah. Well, we've got one of our I think one of our only South Australian athletes in this section of the lineup. So there we go, Laura Howe. Well done. And we've still got...
so we've got Ines as well. So we're going to have Ines, we're going to have Harper Migas, and as you've already mentioned, Laura Howe from SA.
Yeah. And
Ines is straight underway.
And again, a bit taller, so some of these sections at the bottom here might suit him a little bit more comfortably with certain sections. But like we've seen, you know, tall isn't always an advantage, and you know.
Yeah, Laura's at full stretch for everything, but at the same time, you know, also long. When you're not boxed up, it's sometimes more comfortable to climb that. So
yes,
although being short sometimes can be a detriment, it's if the holds are, you know, just like your full length, it's quite nice. It's just long, smooth moves, less adjustments.
Absolutely. Well, they're all moving and making great progress here.
This red crux is really interesting here, because sometimes when people think, oh, you know, so many holds, and it's like, oh, just break that bit, but it's set to such a standard that I was just going to say,
yeah,
so many people.
Well, again, see that section there, the bottom, the section before the height helped Harper, but the section above was a little bit more compressed and made it a little bit harder. So there you go. But two of our climbers on the wall now.
Yeah, Ines,
the two females. Yep.
Yeah, Ines turbing through, and Laura again, as we've seen with this green one, a little bit more patient, a little bit more steady. She's just taking a rest, hitting her chalks, and then will she try that inside flag that we saw?
There was a heel there, and I think she spotted the heel.
Yeah, she's done it too. Ines, nice. It looks like we're doing two. Hit the clip.
Yeah.
And then just rock over statically if you can. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
there.
Great camera
See, there's
work.
that left side again that they all seem to be hitting there. Just further. That's good.
Nice. Yeah, this.
Also the right. I was gonna say also the right hand side in is a little bit good, so you can actually hit a crossover.
Yeah.
With your hands, almost rose.
I don't think that's Sebastian, but that's all right, folks. That's Laura right there, and
that was a Ness Christopherson before.
Yeah. And that hole was blocked too. I saw it was quite awkward to get your fingers into.
Yeah.
This section here, you need to shift her feet through. Yeah, good.
See, she knows not quite top. Wow, see everything. She's so strong at her maximum distance.
Really nice. And straight arm looks like she's still in pretty good shape at this moment in time.
Yeah, and sometimes a slightly, you know, smaller frame. Again, it's less weight on your arms moving up, which can benefit lead. You see a lot of the lead climbs in that. I think every person who's gone for those two holds, she is moving a little bit quicker in this area now, though, so I think she's starting to feel the...
A little bit tied up with...
easy. What a fighter. Come on.
Absolutely going for it.
I think she just doesn't care.
Oh, it got a nice knee bar in there. Oh, come on now. That's fantastic. Maybe
Hey,
get it.
do you know what's great about that? I think she looked at about a limit, and I was like, oh, I think she's just frantically moving like she's gonna go. And I thought she's not bothered about clipping, she's just getting as high as possible. Hit the knee bar, full reset.
Yeah. Well done, and that's really smart climbing right there.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
that's proper epic.
Now she's closing in on the high point here. There's one more.
Look
Now,
at the drag on the rope. Give us.
yeah. Come on. Yeah.
The belayers just need to be aware and just give them that rope when they need it, because unfortunately she's just battling away here.
She needs to do a positive if she gets a bit pumped.
Give her the rope. There we go.
Good. Yes. Yeah. All right, here we go. Come on. Oh.
Yeah, she did the right thing moving up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to say, when you have to yank that rope through 2 times like that to get there, and you don't clip it, just cooks you.
Well done, Laura. Well, that's the stopper point right there. That is the point of, that's the point of contention on that climb today.
That
folks.
knee bar was epic. She should be so proud of finding that stick in it.
Absolutely.
And that was unclipped as well. So she was like a meter above the last clip, and she's like double knee bar, hands off the clip, like hectic.
Well done, well done. All right, well, it is heating up here, folks, that's for sure. And
we're going to see first place coming out next, right? Oh, wait, did we see checking the mascot?
yes.
Yeah, of course. Okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
That was...
Next, so we got Kyle Houston Connor. Now, he was the only one to top in the junior male both.
Yeah, Kyle's a beast on lead. I think he go and win New South Wales State, but we love Kyle. He's just been absolutely bossing for a while. So yeah, so Lachlan Ricard did not compete, which means that Kyle will be next up, and then we should see
Abby, I think.
I think it's just going to be Abby. I don't think we're going to see Stella or Dana compete. So it's just going to be Abby, and then in Youth B female, we still have a couple to go. So it'll be Katie Chin next, and then it'll be Oriole.
All right, action stations. All right, Kyle Houston Connor here, and looking smooth, ready to roll.
Watch Kyle climb, yeah. This is a how-to video. I've got a feeling for him. Come on, big dog.
I think it's, is it Abby? And then we've got
Katie Chin as well.
Katie Chin as well, so there you
Katie
go.
There, the last New Zealander in this field, and it qualified in second. And then you should see on your right, Abby Lance from New South. Also a boulder finalist.
Yeah, there you go. Imagine getting through all of the qualifiers and then showing up here going, all right, I'll climb for another 2 days on on the lead. Well, just a testament to how strong and fit these athletes are. So there you go.
I was going to say, and like what we've got to remember is that this is in the midst of their current competing. Like Summer Fraser did the boulder final, only got back 2 days earlier from the international youth competition in Germany. I spoke to her mum, and she's like, she was just wanted to compete with her friends, wanted to support her sister. Like, I mean, that is a tip of the cap to a young athlete. Like, what an absolute weapon. But
Kyle moving into this section here, he doesn't look comfortable at this moment in time. So he's just maybe hasn't got his mojo on just yet. But let's see if he uses the power to get himself through. Yeah,
the girl seems going well. Abby's sort of progressing along nicely there, not to jinx her. And we do see Katie actually, strangely, climbing this green one faster than the other two, which is the first time we've seen someone really burn through the start of the green one. Yeah, locking in and already transitioning into that section up high. Looks like Kyle's getting into his routine now. Yeah. He nearly just did a high foot 5. Yeah, kicking along. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? But cool. We hope it doesn't happen because that would be not great for the climbers, but entertaining for us at this moment in time. Come on, Katie. All 3 of them. She's burning through that green one. Yeah, looking strong up there, and might be able to get a dual action shot here in a minute. All three on the wall. Yeah, this is a still shot for you, photo album. Yep. All right, might see if we can get a split screen on 2 and 3. 2 and 1, we'll see what happens, but still plenty in the tank by the look of it for all 3 climbers at this moment in time. Yeah. There we
go. Now we're just starting to see. Now that, oh, she's paused to come back down. Okay.
She's hitting that clip overhead just as we saw before by Maeve, and then now hit that left side. Oh, Katie unlucky.
Not, oh, and Kyle's off as well. Well, there's some upsets here.
This is great.
Oh, very nice. Got the heel there, and that was the secret too. The double heel, one heel, second heel.
That's nice.
Now
yeah,
this
Abby's
is
incredible.
She's shaking out, so maybe a little bit left in the tank. Big move though onto a sloper.
I'm going to say long and strong. No, I think you need to try and get that foot into that big left pocket underneath.
I think so. Yeah. Yep. And,
don't do a spring leap to the sloper, which climbed down. Interesting.
Trying to shake out a little bit. She has made that. Now she's got to try and get a positive on this, because if she's a bit pumped, go for the.
Oh. I was gonna say to do that move twice. If you can get your left foot turned and hip turned and into that big pocket dish, it's a really positive stand.
Well, I think that for Abby, that gets her the 28, because that was I think that was the 28, but we'll see.
No, 27.
27. Oh, it wasn't the plus, was the next one.
So young Maeve will take that down.
There
we go. It's those margins we talked about. Like when she hit that thing, instead of trying to move past to hit the next one, she went down to adjust to try and confidently progress, and unfortunately then couldn't get back past it. Whereas Maeve was like, I just want to get the positive.
Yep.
And that's been the difference. So this is where we say about that
strategy.
Yeah, strategies play off. When Abby was trying to go for the top, Maeve thought, this is probably my limit. Hit that next hold, see what you can do. Field brilliant from both, and looks like without appeals and such, Maeve will be in first. And with that slip from Kyle, it actually puts Connor and Boston and Kyle on the podium.
We might see if we rotate up those scoreboards. There you go. Don't know. No, we don't have Dana and Stella coming out, do we? So that's done. So there you go, Maeve, with the 27 plus in the mix. And let's see the junior males where they're standing, because I don't think.
All the way down from the little slip to Hannah. Had will not be out. Up. And we do see that same sort of cruxy point, which cost Kyle, which cost Boston and Connor. But now we will see the number one competitors for the UP. Oh wait, we are going to see one more junior male.
Not on our lineup, but there you go.
They love to keep us on our toes.
Keep us on our toes. So if anyone knows who that is, 162, Liam Ullman. Now Liam is obviously there, but not on the lineup
let's see
for some
Oriel,
reason.
because Oriel, tied back here. Oriel is a lead persona. So let's see how she goes. She was really. She said she's took the showboating away because she's sick of people saying she's a showboat. And I told her that's my highlight. I love her showboat, and I love that freedom on the wall. But she's really locked in this year, and she's had a massive year of training camps, competing overseas workshops. Let's see how that pays out there. And we're going to see Oriel, and then I'm not sure who it is either on the female board, so I apologize. These two athletes were not on our list, which is, Sport Cam Australia liking to keep us guessing, and we want the excitement to be maximum.
I think that might be Stella. Stella Summers-Dixon, is it 314? No, 3. Anyway, we won't guess. Oh, there you go.
Lucinda, she's back.
Nah. Oh, no.
She wasn't our original list, but then as they updated, they removed her. Wait. She's so we're with you. Okay, I'm back on point. She is in Youth A female. So they've rolled straight into the Youth A females.
Now we're on track here.
Hey, it's not them, it's me.
Yep.
So I apologize, ladies and gents. So yeah, they rolled straight onto Youth A females, and they rolled straight onto Youth A males. So that what we thought there was going to be a small interval, and they said, nah, this is going. So
keep it rolling, folks. The action is, the crowd loves it, the crowd wants it, so the crowd will get it.
So
all right.
If we get the shot of Oriel in this corner working, that would be nice too in the split. There you go. This is your first place qualifying on the left of Youth B female, and this is your Youth A female, Lucy Lucinda, coming out early. So Lucy is
And she's looking quite solid, making a high point.
So she is doing a bit more poppy to it again,
yes.
like I said. And I think nobody stuck that as a jump.
No, without a heel.
Nice how Ariel does this bat.
Seems super powerful.
Oh, right. You get to see the banner there as well, which is nice.
Yeah, and the rope in the way. I think we should cut to a better camera for that one. But let's see how Oriel goes here. There we go.
We like to show you that we're safe. And here we go. This just shows you that vast steepness and...
Got the knee bar as well. And was that a little bit of showboating there? No, it was... No,
Jay, she's no showboat Ariel, I'm telling you.
Good work, Ariel.
Come on, Ariel.
Now, this is steep territory here. Hopefully, now, Now, this is for the win. She has to hit this one. Looks a little bit better. Yep, get a bit closer and up a little bit with that camera.
So the jib, you got to get right past it.
What is
my
that?
Unbelievableness. All right, she couldn't help herself. She had to turn back. She couldn't help. That
was fantastic. Now,
the top cam?
That was built in. She's about to climb into the top cam territory, which is awesome. There we go.
First person. Gosh, she's so impressive, isn't she? That is so...
Come on, Ariel.
That was 2 hands. She went 2 hands. I tell you what, commitment is king, and that was royalty.
Absolutely.
What an absolute stonking.
That was so much fun right there.
It's the trickiest way. So she stepped back down to adjust. I think
a little bit of
oh
wow! Come on!
Oh, spectacular!
Oh, she deserved a top there, but not to be. I wonder if we got a little replay of that double catch. She didn't believe she caught it. That's why she was so excited.
I mean, bless her socks, man. What an absolute trooper.
Well, there you go. That's how it works. Watch this.
You're gonna win.
Both.
It's almost like she's like, I'm not sure. They'll both go on, and then like
the whole spin. And she's like, what?
The cheer to the crowd, little tongue out. That's unreal.
That was awesome.
It's almost like she forgot she was competing in the nationals for the top spot. Oh, brilliant. That's a take-home moment for you there, bud.
Well done. Well, other than any appeals or bits and pieces, Ariel climbed into first place, which is how it works.
That was wild. I did not expect it to go 2 hands and then stick it with the big roll as well.
Yeah. I thought she was gonna
momentum just pop it.
Yeah. Helicopter off that one. But there you go, folks. It's great, great viewing and awesome for the competitors as well. That comes down to the wire, that's for sure. There you go. You've got your Maeve at this moment in time taking up the junior female. Lucy is underway with Youth A, setting a respectable 23 plus. And Youth B, Ariel, a significant win there for her and a good 36, 6 plus above the closest competitors, which is great,
Oh, so I'm just going to see who comes out because there's a little mix on the line here. I think it's going to be, as we can see, Olivia, who technically was in joint 10th, I think. And then we should see in the youth air male Dan Spies from WA.
Yep, 2 West Australians.
System works. And then is it Jack Damasco or Gabrielle?
It's James Moulton, isn't it? Is it James Moulton? No. Youth B male.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Wait a minute. Youth B male. It is James Moulton. There you go.
All right, keeping us on our toes, that's for sure, Ian. But as we've seen a few times now,
so Leslie, sometimes we do see the youth UB athletes just surprise you as well. So they're trying that same green one that we just saw the females do. And Oriel, by the way, was 36, so 6 moves past the last. So yeah, let's see how they go. So James Moulton's underway. He's getting the males off on that division. And then the youth air males, got Dan Spies. And yeah, sometimes the youth air males, sorry, as I was going to say, is they can sometimes surpass that junior level as well. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, Dan, in this section here where we know you've got to just get all heels and toes engaged in this section. We've seen a few of our competitors on it before, but again, bit of a low slip there, and
lucky for Olivia.
Yeah, not really engaging that left foot out there on that volume to give her some opposition, and you haven't got. There's not much leeway to make mistakes on these final climbs.
No, yeah, as we often see in these levels, like as we mentioned earlier, there's there's the same thing. Just that one misread, that one move can really cost you. And again, I think he went to slap that hold from a bit too far down. Should have tried to get that heel in and move up.
Now he's got his hands a bit skewed here, and how can he get out of it? Oh, wow, that's a good move.
But where's
is he out yet? No, there we go.
He's using the foothold as a little crimp the hiccup.
All right.
Good adjustment, sort of rescued it there.
Yeah, just and this is quite sequency here to get the right sort of feet and
That's
hand
the word
sequence.
I was just looking for. Yeah. Then I was like, it's quite puzzling. Yeah, it's sequencing. Yeah, it's so true. And look, the stepping on the top, stepping on the jib, moving through.
We all know that this kicks back here and gives it a bit of a shout out for Oriel just before. So well done.
Man, she just smashed it. But let's see. Still plenty more action to go in these next 3 divisions.
And we know this kicks back here, and we know there's a cheeky little knee bar up here. So depends on who's climbing. Maybe they find it. Maybe they don't.
Yeah. I mean, Laura really locked it in, and it was a game changer. And then Oriel, stuck it. Big shakeout. She did big shake.
Oh, this is a tough clip. Oh, all in shoulders. Yeah, right there. Well, maybe that's cost him. We shall see. Looking, slowing down now a little bit. Looks like he's powering out. Elbows up. Oh, there we go. Yep. Well done. That's we know it's a tough lead problem or lead climb, that one. That's for sure. But we're underway in our second group here, all happening. So we've got now the Youth B male, Youth A female, and Youth A male, the final, catapulting towards our winners, our finalists. And there you go. Quick check in on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it should be. We should see Silas, Mia, and Jem coming up. So Mia smashed it in the bouldering. We watched her. She's a very explosive climber. Now we see a lot of these climbers when I actually speak to them. I spoke to one of the people yesterday who was in the lead quality and said, I've been doing a lot of lead climbing 5 times in their life. I said, 5 times this year. Oh, okay. They're training a lot.
Well, you see Matt Jackson there. He did really well in the boulder as well, and you can see he's in the in the younger age group here, but certainly was competing in the the opens the other week as well. So, like we said before, folks,
sure Cohen Jackson, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Plenty of depth and strength in this lineup here this weekend. So even though it says youth, they mix it. They mix it in the high levels as well. So,
and if you weren't watching the other day, we were speaking about what's most exciting about climbing and how you're so lucky to be a fan of involved in this sport. It's the one sport that's constantly evolving its rules and changing. Sometimes people say, I don't like this rule change. I don't like this. Hey, at least they're doing it, and we see it. The new scoring formats, new rules systems. Because it is a young sport in terms of competitive at this level. The World Cups and the Olympics. Obviously, people have climbed for decades, but this exposure to the sport being Olympic, it's really brought a new trajectory for the sport. It's so exciting. So yeah, like we're seeing more athletes in divisions now in finals. We're seeing more people have opportunities to compete, new rule systems, new scoring. So it is a lot to take in, but don't ever let it daunt you, because it's such a positive for our sport that these changes are happening.
Absolutely.
So we are seeing Silas for Youth B male. We're seeing, I think there's a Jem Denning there. And we will see Mia Abra.
Mia just adjusting her rope by the look of it. Just needing to make sure it's in the right way. But the lads are underway in here. And you know that on the red one, it kicks into business time right now.
Yeah, you're in. Yeah. Well, I must say that good to see them. The speed on the screen's new.
2 Victorians. We haven't seen it done this way before, Ian. I was going to say, gee, not using the heels, but
I don't like it.
Wow, there's power in that, and maybe that'll cost him. He's looking tired now, and
The problem is that now he has to do this bump. I was going to say this big bump without the feet to push, but he just swung, which is strong.
Oh, he's showing his power, but you don't want to use it all the time. Yeah. Oh, well. All right, Aiden out. Jaden's still there. Now, I wonder if we've got our other climber up on the wall yet. But Jaden going along. Now, he's moved into this section here. Now, we've seen this is where it really gets going. Now,
so Mia's underway. Well, she always has a big following for Mia.
Yep.
You know, if you.
She's done well in a few of the lead comps of recent times as well. So.
It's a good look.
Yep. Yeah. We'll see how she's feeling.
We saw in the
today
States as well. Finals in the States. Finals in the Boulders the other day.
Jaden.
A little bit short,
in a good position, Jaden here, and looking solid. Looking solid. Now we know this big move here is a bit exciting, so we'll see what he does with it.
So he chooses to clip this next one from as well.
Yeah. Oh, where did he go? Well, I think that
hidden hold there or something.
Well, I don't know what we couldn't see from this angle of the camera, but he looked like he saw something around the corner on that volume, but no, it wasn't to be. So
let's see, Mia.
Yeah,
come on,
there you go. But Mia looking quite solid so far. Arms straight, still moving efficiently. Very nice with the footwork.
She's one of the two climbers that I get people coming to me and call all the time. Obviously, being core members, she's always like, always like, oh, it's Mia, and we love to watch her. Like, you know, just adjust Mia, find that left edge. We do have that hold, so
Now she's heel hooked from that lower one. Oh no!
She didn't hit the left edge. Bless her. Oh, tweak on her hamstring. Hopefully not.
So she had that heel hook a bit low. So she had it on the lower one rather than the high one, and it locked her down on that move. But she'll be disappointed, I'm sure, with that, because it looked like she had plenty left in the tank. See?
She had to remove the pressure on her feet to try and adjust, and then that's just such a bad slope. Good effort.
All right, well, good effort there from Mia.
I think that's still the current high point, but
well, looks like they're maybe getting a bit of rain or something down there, but putting the doors across.
Just showing off with the technology with these gigantic sliding doors.
Yeah.
That's like the pool gate we've got here, Jess, isn't it?
That's
The office.
That's it.
We are not in the pool, I promise.
We'll be in the pool later if it's sunny enough, but probably not. I mean, we've got our jumpers on now, and
yeah, no, it's nice. It's actually been a nice day. The shower's a shame, but hopefully it's just that shower. But yeah, next athletes will come out. Mia just untying now.
Let's hope our internet doesn't get wet down there. Hopefully it's got a rain cover on it, because it's outside, and well,
They just sort that. Just stop for 10 seconds while they just sort that out.
Yeah. All right, we've got our next competitors out right now. We'll see how they go, but yeah, that's the Jekyll and Hyde of the old indoor-outdoor climbing. If the weather is great, it's fantastic, and if it's not, well, you've got to be careful of the rain.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Brewyer next weekend on a little bit of a outdoor trip, but checking the forecast, because it's been raining. You need sandstone, needs those. Good
needs a couple of days dry.
Least, yeah, I don't want to be.
Yep, absolutely.
But focus looks good.
All right, so is this Uma here underway?
I would like to say yes. It looks like it's Uma, yeah. Yep, they're on the right hand side, already underway, not messing about.
Maybe Tiano, Tihano.
I think it might be Seb. I think that's Seb card over there. Yeah, Seb.
Yep.
In the U female, and then we should, if the system works, have Dylan
yes,
Bailey on the
there
left at WA. There he is. There he's on the left. I can see him now. So yes, you have Dylan Bailey for WA. You have Uma Burjad for New South Wales already on the wall and cranking, and then yeah, Seb Carter, another Queenslander, and another mullet spotter in the middle. So many mullets. From a bald man, it's just envy, but so many.
It is the thing now. Mullets and mustaches. The mullets, mustaches, and
are they global or is it just Australia? Because I don't remember when I went to England, but is it? I know it's like the ultimate Aussie thing, which is cool. I like
certainly out there.
National haircut,
Yeah.
pretty epic.
Well, the Aussies always set the stage for trends, don't they? But we'll see. Maybe someone can let us know in the chat. Is it worldwide, this mullet and mustache thing? This is a couple of older geezers pontificating, back in our day. But certainly, what do they say? This is where you got to really lock in with these heels and toes.
Toe again. He's gone toe again. Toe's fine if you don't hang on it too long, like the chalk. It's hitting the clip off the toe, just on the apex of that lower hole. It does kink back. Uma's burning though.
Yeah, he must have felt reasonably comfortable.
Now back to heel, that's better.
Now over there, he's doing some wild footwork in the corner on the green, but it's certainly working out. But we know this section's a little bit sequency here, where you got to get the right hands and fingers.
Like a weird double back step.
Yeah, it was interesting to watch. It is working for him, but he's got his hands a bit mixed up here, and we've seen this confuse a few people. Yeah. Unfortunately,
it's such a bad foot that he's trying to find a piano match somewhere to roll one off to get. Oh, she just popped to it. The first person I've seen pop to that and stick it. Go on, Uma.
Well, that shows a bit of strength, but she's got to move from this section though, Ian, and this is where we know that it's steep. There you go.
If you're not secured on that left, really jam that hand into the left. Someone's thumb looks like it's rubbed in or tick marked almost the left edge now. I'm seeing, so maybe use that as some sort of insight and really trying to hit that left edge if you were climbing. These climbs will actually be left up in the gym. I'm led to believe.
Oh, there you go. You can pop on down anytime in the next few weeks and give them a shot. But Dylan still on the wall here, and
unfortunate for Seb and Uma again tied current high point, but Dylan's just much more slower. Maybe not the most experienced route reader, but patient, figuring out on the wall is kind of incredible.
Well, he seems to be very strong on the balancey footwork. And
no wiggle, no injury. And when he sticks a foot, he's just leaving it in. Like, he's not adjusting much once he places the foot, which is another big tip for you at home. If you plant your foot, just trust it and go. The more you adjust, the more you move, the more you fatigue, and it's never going to get much better.
Or see if he is as confident in the steep territory as he is on the slab. But this is where he needs to make sure he gets a bit of efficiency going. Nice footwork though, moving through that section reasonably well there. Good strong feet, but this is where it really kicks into some power.
I think you just have to climb past. Don't worry about the clip. He's going to clip.
And that clip has really burned a fair bit of energy for a few of the competitors, but for him, did that very nicely. So
actually beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe only read the top half of the climb. Didn't worry about the bottom. He just went, sod it. I'll get there. I'm a beast.
Yes.
This is nice, Dylan.
All right. Well, that is strong.
Knee back. Actually just pushed through it.
Yeah. Now we know this next move is a bit exciting.
There is a green around the corner. I don't think anyone sees it.
No.
It might help you counter your anchor. I think it's a green. Or is it a quick draw that's rolled up? That's a quick draw rolled up.
Ah.
I need my eyes relaser, and if anyone's got a discount code, put it in the chat. Good foot swap now. Strong right hand. Hit that positive. Up.
Oh, very. Oh, he's done that start. Well, not done yet.
No,
but
he's not. He's
still
not
got a
seen
pop
the
to.
jib. He's not seen the massive hold.
Oh,
yes, he's already held it.
And he's nailed it. This is good. Oh.
No, you got to go. Take a second. One big commit. He just flat hand the volume. That's big.
Oh, you can see him really pumped now. Can't get his fingers to even work on that one. So, yeah, he's looking good though. Has got the positive move from there. So,
tell you what, the fight in this kid is incredible.
Wow, absolutely.
Dude, that is insane.
He's trying to make that work.
Maybe the strongest human alive.
got plenty of endurance, but can't make that next move work. Now, those you can see those holds are there. They're not very positive. So when he hits them, you see his hand open up. So that's where, you know, that sort of sloping power at the top here really just...
He's gone a bit of a different way.
Oh,
You know,
he's got the crimp.
He went a bit more statically.
Oh, this is unbelievable with the endurance.
Nice, yeah. He's going to try and hit that positive handhold here to just generate all his way off that right heel.
He is absolutely battling it out.
Dude,
well,
that was so good.
I tell you what, he hung around there for a minute. And well done, well done. He won't be able to untie his rope. His arms will be that pumped.
Well, I tell you what, if he does ever watch this back, well done, because that is a heck of a fight.
Absolutely. Well done, Dylan.
So strong in every aspect. It's a magnificent performance, and your current clubhouse leader. We will have Jaden coming out a second, I think, as well. So we'll just see. We should have Laurie from New South Wales. We should have Isla Menzies. I've seen her before as well. And then we should have Jaden Gagliano out.
Excellent. Well, we might see if we can check in on the scoreboard, see what's going on here. But we're sort of about halfway through this next round of athletes. And the crowd still building here. So looking good. Cohen, Max, Jimmy, Aston, Zen, and Hayden still to go. I think that was Hayden before, wasn't it?
No.
No?
It was, you're right, it was Seb.
Yep. All right. Still to come, Atako, Mackenzie, Grace, Olivia, Crystal, and Indigo. You would imagine we would get a bit more progression as well.
Well, this is the weird. I mean, like I say, I always forget that Atako's not even junior; that she's still UFA. But this is where it's going to be interesting to see someone like Atako, who was so dominant in qualifying, that big purple move, you know, with that sloper hold, and no one's been able to progress by those two back-to-back big moves. Which I guess if she had a weakness, which, you know, I'm not sure, it is just, you know, vertically she's my sort of height. She's and you know, those big moves on lead when you're hitting 3-4 in a row.
Yeah, tough work. Well, we got Laurie. We got Laurie from New South Wales. Isa from WA about to. Oh, she's on now. And
yeah. And Miss Menzies, Isla. And yeah, so this will be interesting to see.
Jaden as well from New South Wales.
Yeah. Laurie and Jaden are both underway. And we've seen this youth division here really struggle on the red, which is not perplexing me completely, but I did think that the youth males might actually go really, really well on this red. But some of them I've seen lead climbing the spectacular, but everyone's been really struggling at this spot. Such a complex early beta, and because you're overhung, it is a dominant, you know, powered burnout as such. But a couple of interesting foot positions on this green one on the left of your screen, as we're just watching Isla Menzies there just work up. She looks pretty confident.
All right. Yeah, well, maybe a little bit of internet challenges and troubles down there, folks. So stick with us. Hopefully, get back with you in a minute on the bibs and bobs. But there you go. You can see the venue down there in Ballina.
I think we got it. So I think we did just see Laurie slip before, just as he was coming out. So Laurie's just slipped off, and but Isla's still making her way through to that cruxy area. So we will come back to you as soon as we possibly can. Beautiful location. just while we are waiting to get back, I'll just quickly bring you up to date with the chat. I think we're going to be able to jump back in now. But we've had Nicola Chin, Go NZ, Let's Go Katie. Finley was cheering on Laura, so was Liam. Mr. Just Regular was cheering on Kyle. Christopher North, thanks for the Katie cheer. Nicola Chin, Finlay, back in again. Christopher North. Really appreciate your support, and obviously when they look back, they get to see this. It's very good. Yeah, and then we had Finley, Haley L jumping in, amazing from Oriel, Rick Roda. Yeah, Oriel, Offer as well. Casper. And yeah, Rudolph Moulton. And we are back in action. Thank you so much for your patience there. Just fortunately with the rain, it does sometimes creep into the areas which power our internet, but we are back and we can see some athletes on the wall.
All right, we might be able to get a few action shots,
just see a little
but we might sort of try and check on the scores in a minute. Apologies, folks, for that one, but out of our control.
Yes,
All
I
right.
can see Jaden, who we were watching previously. Jaden just slipped at 30 plus, same as Silas. In the Youth B female division, was wrapped up Youth A female. Uma, we were watching, was on 24 plus. Then we were watching Isla work her way up, and unfortunately cut out, and she was at 24. And we just saw Indy Nunez, 23 plus. Oh, we just missed Indy Nunez, 23 plus. She just slipped then, I'm afraid. And in Youth A male, there was also 2 athletes. Hayden Marshall hit 22, which is up there. And we're witnessing Zen should be just about to go here for New Zealand.
All right. Well,
Christelle will be going for WA.
We'll see if we can. We'll stick with it. We'll do our best, folks, on this one. But battling the internet gods today. But there you go. We'll hopefully be able to follow along and see some of the action. And who we got on the wall here, Ian? Up to a high point, really.
I was going to say, oh no, I was going to say, yeah, just in a pretty positive spot. Obviously, we got to try and beat our guy Dylan, but yeah, hey, here's the updated thing. So you got the Youth A males, which are working on the red boulder. So pretty much that sticking point at 22 that Hayden had hit. And we've not seen anybody get past that move in either division just yet.
No.
That is definitely the big crux to hit. So Zen for New Zealand will be the next athlete out on that one. In Youth A female, we just missed Indy Nunez. And Isla Menzies have both been out 23 plus and 24.
And
so
Dylan Bailey posting a reasonably good high point there.
Yeah, Dylan, we saw the battling Dylan.
Yep.
Up to 34. So yeah, next 3 out should be Noah for New South Wales, who might, I think that's actually we just saw a slip off there. So when it updates, I think next out will be Renee.
So Zen.
Got to play a bit of catch up. I think it'll be Zen,
Christelle, and Renee. Yeah.
Renee, yeah. If the system works. Yeah, Zen, there he is. Christelle's for WA. Over on the
All right. Well, we might see if we can get rid of the scoreboard and get back to the action.
Too much info now for you guys.
Yeah.
But that's where it's at the moment. That's how you catch up.
All right, here we go. Hopefully back at it now. The music in the background adds a little bit of
interesting
ambience to it, but yeah.
Interesting is Christelle and Olivia both qualified tied in the boulder. Have both qualified tied in the lead as well.
Oh, there you go.
So we'll have to see. Yeah, put 28 plus on both climbs. So just have to see how they progress here.
The dueling climbers is always good, but don't know if we can get the names up, but you can see all of them here.
Yeah, and Zhang there in the middle of the Youth A mare.
Yeah, we know that that's where the action is. Well, it starts on this red climb in the middle there. It really starts to get serious from this point on, and doesn't let up, that's for sure. We haven't seen much of a high point on that one yet.
No, I think the green one that Noah's on is a much more of a long battle to that sort of where it gets cranky, and that's where most people have been starting to struggle.
Looking good as well. It hasn't made any mistakes yet, Noah, and
looks a bit more direct through the middle of it as well. A lot less foot movements, which can benefit you higher up.
Christelle looking really nice here.
Yeah, and Zen's at this this first two. Oh, no, Jinx just on the slip.
Yeah, there was a
No
slip.
fuck
He
slip.
certainly had plenty left in the tank there, that's for sure. Was that
WA
Olivia or
cruising
Christelle? That's
through,
Christelle,
yeah.
isn't it?
But
Oh,
there's that same spot again, that first transition.
now this is where we get a little bit more view of this.
She's done
Oh,
it.
there
That's,
it is.
That's what I was saying. That's that move. Get that foot. Oh, she's clipping straight away as well. It is Olivia. There we go. Yeah, cool.
Oh, she did go for the positive on that, but
she should be very happy sticking.
She's happy.
I think she knows what a big feat that is to get that foot in, and
which is great news. Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Olivia. Well, and that's probably the high point so far we've seen from all of the competitors on that one, which is the plus. Oh, actually got the equal, I think. But we've still got 5 competitors to go after that, I think.
Of twists and
yep,
turns.
or 4 anyway. So we shall see how they make progress. There we go. 27 plus was the high point on the other one. So Olivia doing very well there.
Yeah, so now we should see Christelle if the system works.
Well, we've got the males have been charging through their competition, and looks like Lachlan is our last one to come out. Maybe are we on the? No.
We should have a couple. We're depending if these. So now we should have the 4 people who all tied for first. So so we should have
Cohen,
Aston, Jimmy, Max, and Cohen in any order, because we've said it before, because they all qualified first. It comes out in something that works off camera. We're not involved in that decision, but we're going to see your all joint leaders basically. So these ones will come to time if they get to the same spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they qualified in top. They all topped.
All right. Well, hopefully the internet gods stay with us, folks, and probably if anyone's listening in down there at Ballina, if you're at the climbing gym, turn your phone off. Turn your phone off.
Sundance.
Give us the internet speed. But anyway, we've got enough to see most of the action, which is awesome. So here we go.
So it looks to be that it will be Aston Wilmot first in the middle. So Aston's going to be out, and then in your youth B male, it will be Renee. And then we've got Christelle there.
All right, looking serious and moving with purpose. All of these competitors through the first couple of clips. Not yet for Christelle though. Now we know a couple of delicate moves into this section, and it just absolutely kicks into gear real quick on the red one. Lots of heels and toes in the setting in the roof, so that's something if you're sitting around at home, you need to understand keeping yourself as close to the wall as possible, certainly in certain maneuvers, is useful, and heels and heel hooks. That's a heel hook there. Toe hooks and different maneuvers, different styles of moves are certainly useful. But we shall see. I think, big.
He looks swift through the start, and again, whether that'll stand him in a bit better stead moving forward, this is obviously still where it gets insanely difficult, but he didn't adjust his focus, and a lot of them spend about 30 seconds on that bottom half.
Yes.
Where he spent 4 or 5.
Yeah, move through quite quickly. Now this middle section here.
This is that point. This is that 22.
The big toe pop, but he was able to hold that. Elbows up there, no. His elbow up and not really looking that comfortable after that toe pop.
No, unfortunately, I was going to say.
Pumped him out a little bit.
When you come down, it does pump you. Renee moving very nicely into just about that first real difficult spot on the green where we've seen a couple pop off, and Christelle just about also hit this crux. This is this move here. You get the high heel. It's a great angle there. If you get that high heel in and make this move more static.
It depends if you're a little bit taller. So hopefully she sees the move, which is adjust the feet first, get a higher heel before she goes for that next one. We'll see now if she can unlock it. And she has.
She didn't close her hands over either.
Well, she got another foot on up high too. There must be a jib on that thing, and maybe just give her a little bit of confidence. But this is the high point we've seen on this climb.
She's in, foot's in. She's gone right foot in first now. Both there. Kick. Clip. The clip is the bit that's going to kick.
Now this crossover looks
really great.
Oh, and there well, it's maybe straight up instead of over. And that
yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah. But here we go with Renee. We've got some action coming in this next move too, which is good. Maybe we'll see if we can get that rope out of the way of that camera shot. That might be good. Oh no, he's off.
Dang. Yeah, it was in a really that same sort of spot was just sort of puzzling everyone. You really have to commit to that big jump around the corner.
Yeah, made it to that spot.
And the only two we've seen succeed is Oriel with the massive leap of faith, and then Mr. Bailey, who Dylan just sort of felt it out first with his underhand, and then popped around.
He was able to static that move, which is good. So there you go. But we are hurtling towards the final few climbers, folks, and you would expect that the last 3 or 4, 2 or 3, would probably show down pretty nicely. So Atako and Mackenzie, both very experienced competitors, that's for sure.
But yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, Mackenzie.
I don't think we've had Grace. No, it's not. Grace is not in there actually. So it's Mackenzie, not Grace. But, of the same name, but there you go. We've got Cohen and Jimmy. Now Jimmy's done well as well in a few of the competitions before, so we've seen Jimmy around the traps as well.
Yeah, I'm interested because these next 3 athletes, Mackenzie from New South Wales, and Jimmy, both excellent sport climbers.
I'm seeing Jasper out here now. So
and then I was going to say, young Jasper Nishima. So yesterday when I saw him after qualifying, he was just in the back room benching 150, squatting 250, and he said, "Can you leave me for my warm up? I need to get to the heavy stuff." So we'll see how he goes. He was in brilliant spirits yesterday, and just bigging up all the other athletes he was competing with. He came over saying, "Oh man, everyone's doing so epic," and I'd say he's a man of few words, but he was motoring yesterday, so the excitement was really with the athletes. So let's see. So so we're going to see little Nishi here on the left, and then we do have Mackenzie underway. Like I said, Mackenzie quite a tall athlete, and then Taco obviously much smaller. So these are your top 2 coming out now on the right, female. And let's just see here what Jimmy can do.
We know the business gets going pretty quickly in the center here, folks. So the action is probably going to be in that one for the next little bit. But certainly Mackenzie flying along also. And Jasper delicately up this slabby section, really, this vertical section. And we know there's a few little tricks in here with your feet and your hand sequences. So try and keep your eyes peeled, because all 3 of them are in the mix.
Yeah, the thing with Jasper is he's a little bit shorter. He's a bit more explosive than a lot of the climbers in this division.
You can see such a contrast there, isn't it? In those in those climbs, that's for sure.
He's just got to know to take his time on this one, especially when crimpy facing, not much volume.
Yeah,
just the tendency to know how elite you are and leap to something. Now, if we can see this next jug as well, you just got a foot under that rope. Just needs to.
Well, Mackenzie in this high section here, which we've seen stop a few competitors.
She hit that beautifully.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So she's going to step up on that. Oh, so she's turned up to stay more vertical. That's strong.
Yeah. Well, so a little bit of a foot slip there, but doesn't seem to have slowed her down too much. And
I like the way she's come out further to the right, but this is a bad hole.
Oh, no. Just a couple of foot slips right there at the end. Not really.
I like the way she came out to open her body to make the step back into that jug, but unfortunately that right foot not supporting her, just unfortunately. Okay, come on, boys. So this is the high point in the male here as well. Here we go. Somebody's got through that crooksy spot.
Oh,
that's the way we saw the winner of the junior division hit as well. That
big open
crimp Connor got too.
Yep, sort of big open hand, slope her sideways and into a bad left hand crimp. Really, really feisty. But that is the high point.
Focus on Nishimo now, Mr. Jasper.
And now he's a little bit shorter, but a boulderer probably as a priority. If he's got enough energy in him, this jumpy dynamic section up higher might suit him.
Yeah.
Now,
I definitely think. Let's see if he finds the knee bar. Show you true inner boulder. Lazy. That's the boulder away, right? No, Jasper's a.
Yeah, knees are good. Knees are great for climbing, but
he was shouting out his friends as well. He said if some of his friends tuned in the other day, so he did mention to shout them out. So yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we might.
Oh no, he's.
Well, looking a little bit perplexed
better,
here. Going for this move.
He just wants to explode. That's the thing. It's like no, be static. Yeah, good.
Not looking for a rest, so and looking fairly comfortable in. This move we know is a bit.
It's a big move, but he should like this move.
Yeah, he's eyeing it up. There we
he
go.
Wants to just leap.
Oh my! Oh no!
Same thing. A lot of them have tried to
a lot
of them, the two that got there underhand it and then see it, and I think he's put his underhand pinch there and then realized it's a bit bigger.
Didn't realize that just had to keep going for the big hole around the corner. Anyway, he looked good, and I think at that moment,
his hand got caught on the rope. He went to pull his hand up to his second hand and he hits the rope. Unfortunate, it's why you got to get clear of the rope. Yeah, he looks at his hand there. He just slapped with his backhand.
Yeah, you could see that in the replay. Now, I wonder if that was a positive. So instead of a plus, he would have made that one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's have a look.
You watch here, it'll catch it in the.
Yeah, look there. It's just caught up there in that rope, and he moves it off the hole.
Good job with the replay team. Boom.
Yeah, just hits it there. Look, just caught in that, and he can't get it clear. He went to go direct, which is smart, dynamic move. Go up and in direct to it, so bringing your body in close to the wall. But when you go up and in through a quick draw, it's unfortunate because that wasn't anything but just minor mishap of hitting the rope.
All right. Well, we've got our last couple of competitors, 2 or 3 competitors to go. Atako, the final climber, did qualify in first, so you would expect a good showing there. Actually, no, not Atako right now. Who's out here? They're keeping us on our toes, Ian. Yep.
But yeah, so it should be if the system's right. So Fletcher, who's an international, so obviously that will guarantee
Cohen.
That will guarantee Jasper a podium. So we should have Cohen coming up now, and then we should have. It's not, isn't it Tackley, right?
Well, that might be Mackenzie Hansen because there was a couple who finished equal or whatever it might be, or 10 competitors. So Mackenzie Hansen right now, by the look of it.
Yep. So we're going to see
New South Wales competitor first before Atako. Got a lit. All right. Anyway, we'll see who we've got out here.
Yeah, well, one thing to show, the red climb here is Cohen. Looks like maybe the extra couple from
I think that's Stefan, isn't it, there? All right.
If you know,
yeah,
at home, then yeah, please.
Can't see the. I
think it is. Yeah, Stephen
or Stefan.
Yeah, Stephen Reitsky is. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, we have 3 on the wall, and the action is already well underway.
So Cohen, like I said, we've seen him last few weeks been an absolute top form, and he's
flown through that section really, and which is very smart because that section is steep and pumpy, and moving quite quickly into a section where.
Do you know, sometimes overthinking in lead climbing is my downfall. I think for a lot of people,
yes.
When you're like, you like, there's complicated beta in this, and it's like, which one do I use? What do I think? Well, I'm on here. Do I adjust my heel? Where, stick and go is probably a pretty positive thing. Now, trying to be less dynamic to this next move will be your best bet. So if there's anything you can do to try and be a bit more steady, because it is, I think it's just so close to the draw. It's such a hard one to hit.
That's difficult. Well, that looks like
be on time.
Might be on time. My count back here as we go.
But
it looks like we're going to have Aston Wilmot out in a minute as well. In the lineup, maybe. Now, this is where we get kept on our toes a little bit if there's 10 or 11 competitors, but
yeah, that is unfortunate. There's been a few of them that have just been unfortunate on that. Just hitting that crimp because it's just under that draw as well. It's a really precise catch, and oh no, as well. Stephen just slipped on that corner right in the thing, clips, and then just
popped off.
Went.
Well, there you go. Well, we do have Cohen popped up into first at this moment in time. I think that is Indiana. No, not Indiana. Sorry, wrong crew.
Okay, Mackenzie Hansen.
Mackenzie Hansen. Yep.
I did wonder where she disappeared to.
Now she's got that high heel and moving nice.
That good. She's got that.
Nice.
That right hand's good. The only thing right. Then you walk
Yes.
if you. Now I think this is the right way to go, and then that left knee in a. There you go early.
Up.
And then I think you turn for this big
Oh.
slope. Dagnab.
Now I saw one of the competitors go up with their left to that other
Yeah,
hold up there.
above.
So the big one looks like a bit of a Fugazi. You know, looks like a
Red
bit of a red herring out there.
Oh. Well, maybe. I still
Maybe.
think you would almost, or you could almost do the maddest boulder.
Yeah.
Boom, right and left together.
All right. Well.
Yeah, that was Mackenzie. So 27. So she's going to tie a number of them at 27, still leaving Christelle in first currently on a 27 plus. One left to go, the mighty Taco. And in youth B-male, we have one left to go, which will be the international Fletcher McGrath.
Two more competitors to come on out. Well,
And then Big Aston, yeah. Oh, no, Big Aston as well, yeah. So Aston Wilmot from SA should be the one to wrap it up. So, again, like I said, I'm not quite sure why when they tie what order they come out. It used to be national ranking, you know, where you were ranked previously in the country.
Yep.
And that's why doing the states and things always helps progress, but I'm not 100%.
All right. Well, there it is, folks. All to climb for Atako. It's there, that's for sure. But Christelle doing the 27 plus.
Nice to see the athletes getting clapped out.
Yep. Absolutely. The crowd.
Yeah,
right
that's right.
behind
So
them.
there's Aston, there's Fletcher, and there's Attack.
Wonder if we can get maybe a bit of the sound on the ground down there. See if we can hear the crowd.
I'm comfortable with the footage, Chase. Yeah, Taco. Will be interesting. She's like, she's gonna get straight into it normally, and spectacular to watch. But again, like I said, just brilliant climber to watch. Fletcher's been bossing it all week, really epically as well. And let's see what Aston does. Aston could be the first person to stick that crimp, so let's fingers crossed.
All right, looks like the crowd sound steals our data, so we might just have to stick with Ian and I.
No audio is good audio.
The soothing, dulcet tones of Ian and Jason.
No, lose that. We do not want that one. It just seemed fine.
All right, I'll give it a chance here, but
early footage here.
That's Monet. Monet's interpretation of climbing. We'll see.
So Taco just taking a time for these early moves there in the layback. Know it.
All right, let's go back. We're happy to watch it blurry, even if it's a little bit blurry, I think.
Yes, 100%.
Yep.
100%.
All right, here we go. We've got the three of them, but the internet god's not being kind to us right now. But hopefully, we need someone to stop streaming down there.
You can see Aston. Yeah, somebody's got some sort of cipher out there trying to steal our interwebs, but that's okay. We can see. You can almost see just there, Aston just pumping through a couple of cut loose moments where his feet are gone. Now, Taco is at this cruxy spot here. Hopefully we can see she'll do a pretzel and something interesting. She's gone high heel. Walking over.
Yeah, looks like we do know the moves a bit, but we'll see if it happens.
She's cut loose the other way. I think she's just hanging off that hold now.
Well, she is
very hard to see, but I'm just getting the.
Yeah.
It would actually be beautiful painting, but yeah, unfortunately, Teko has progressed past it. She's out on that right crimp. She's got a foot into the block. Yeah, you can see her there.
Yeah.
She's gone out far the right, left foot in, clipping.
Well, she's made a high point there.
I wish I could see, but how she got there because she unfortunately, so it will be just going. She's somehow managed to get her body so statically there, and like
looking
just
strong.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And then the heel, she got a high heel on that one we thought was the herring. You thought. No, not to throw you under the bus there, Jace. No, and she, there we go. Like, she's just magnificently worked through that. I mean, she's won already, but she doesn't know. But we want to see a top, attack. Come on. She's just, this is why if you're in the venue and you can support, I hope you're cheering your lungs out because this is insane. We've seen 20 of the top athletes in the country not get by that move.
Yeah.
And the Teko's breezed by it in 35 seconds. So
we've also got reasonably high point round there on the green as well.
Well, yeah, not to take any Gonzalez Thunder. Fletcher for New Zealand is pumping through as well. He's about to hit that crooksy spot.
Yeah, he's definitely found the knee bar there. So looks like Taco's closing in on the top. So
yeah, too easy. Too easy.
The internet gods. Oh,
I knew she was going to jump.
They gave us the top. They gave us the top. There you go. They were well done, Taco.
I'm so
yeah.
Good. We didn't get that little middle bit, but we got all the important new stuff that we'd never seen, and to make the Rusevs look like geniuses. Well done, Taco.
All right. Well, here we go. Hopefully, there can be some progression as a high point here as well. Jasper was holding that one down, but
well, Jasper's here on the right undercling in second. Dylan did get past that. Dylan, remember we saw that battle.
That's right. Yes.
Battle.
Let's see if you can make this. Oh yes. Nice.
Fletcher's a beast, isn't he? But this is what I'm saying is this is the thing of like the difficulty when you in these watching these comps. I'm like, what everyone's getting here. It's very hard to judge how.
Did he just check his watch then? I think he just checked his watch. Anyway, keep going.
I missed that. That's insane. But no, I was just saying that.
There, he's looking at his watch. There we go.
Like, it's credit to the Rusevs knowing that like these are very dual routes. They test them. They put their bodies on the line to create these routes. And
sorry, mate. I jumped in there.
I mean, if he just checks his watch, that's sensational. It's worth cutting.
Yeah, I think he had his little timer on by the look of it. But there you go.
You got plenty of time, dude. Don't you? Well, this is your current high point if he hits that next crimp.
And this must be, this crimp is very average.
Yeah, this is okay. So progress from this, and you are the event winner. Obviously, New Zealand. Again, that's smart. He just hit the hole to get the point.
Yep.
And now he's like, well, let me take a second. Not often do we see people come back.
Yeah, it must be, quite challenging at that top section there. Nice and steep. Still up here, nice and high. There we go. That's well done. Getting really high on that. Oh, Fletcher, absolutely brilliant.
Come on, through all
one move to go, and hopefully it's a jug at the top there. Come on, Fletcher.
It is pretty good. I think it looks positive. So.
It's a big press. He's just going to try and press it out.
After 18 meters of
oh, well, there you go. Well done, Fletch. Well, we did see a little bit of action for the top cams there, folks. Not as much as we would have liked, but certainly the last couple of competitors out gave us probably what we needed to see. So there you go.
Yeah, and Cohen's going to win that one on time in the youth air mail. So if we work left to right from them all, Jace, we had Connor Linnaean win the junior male. Junior female was Maeve Bradbury. Junior air male was Cohen Jackson. Junior air female with a mighty top was Tako Nakamura. Dylan Bailey with that battling performance.
Absolutely.
Has got the one, but obviously Fletcher with the event win.
Yep.
But Dylan with the Australia. And the new B female, Oriel, doing what Oriel does. Tarek Simmons was in UC, which was held previously. And then Esther Kingwell, followed by her sister. And Mark Librio, and Youth D female was Meikle and so there's all your lead results.
Absolutely. Well, there you go, folks. Most of the action brought to you today on the live stream. The internet did play a little bit of funny buggers with us when the rain came around. But that's the way the cookie crumbles for everyone today. But the competition was hotly contested, that's for sure. And folks, stick around because they're going to do some presentations, I believe, a little bit soon. We might make sure we put something on the wall. But hang around, folks, until the presentation and the appeals, Ian. Sometimes the appeals come on and people say, hey, listen, yeah, it did change the other day, or we saw it live, didn't we? When accidentally, some people may have stood on something or used something they shouldn't have, but it looked pretty clean today, though.
Yeah, no, it's crispy. Yeah, good work all around from the team on site. The gym, again, please try and visit Climbing Jungle Ballina and thank them and Sally and the team for putting on such a banger event. Sport Climbing Australia always, and every one of the volunteers, or if you were a volunteer and watching this back, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And big shout out to the content team as well, who put on the live stream. I tell you what, it's they do so much work, and then the internet doesn't play ball right at the end. But folks, they did a great job as well. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. Hang around for the podiums, and I think that's it from you, Ian. So, mate, great to hang out with you for these couple of days. Big thank you to you as always. And we'll do it again sometime soon, I'm quite sure.
yeah, we've got a couple. We've got the lead Queensland.
That's right, it's coming up soon. Yep.
But yeah, awesome, brilliant. Thank you for being. Thank you for letting me be here. And until next time, everyone.
Thanks, mate. Good on you. All right, folks. Well, like I said, hang around. The podiums will be on, and a few presentations. So, yep, don't go away.
Thanks, T. All right. Very exciting. And we're definitely super stoked and happy to have had New Zealand here competing. You guys had some really strong competitors. It was just great having such a diverse community here today. I want to start off by saying a massive thank you to both setting teams. And I'm going to single you all out. Come out to the front if you're a part of the setting team and you're here. I know you're all floating around. Setting team, come out here. Setting team, Dylan, I see you. Come out here. Setters. I know they're a bit camera shy, but they've put in such a huge effort. We've got to say thank you to their face because they've done incredibly. All their routes, they've been working so tirelessly to get up. After everybody goes home from spectating and competing, they've stayed super late at night. I'm sure if you follow any of them on socials, you've seen the late night Macca's runs, just trying to get through after hard work. Oh, I think they're coming. In the meantime, while we wait for them, just want to say again, a massive thank you to all of our volunteers, okay? Belayers, judges, marshals, catering, everyone, all our volunteers. You've been so helpful, and this event could not have happened without all of you here. We really appreciate the generosity of all our volunteers. And again, parents, couldn't have this happen without parents, so a massive thank you to parents. Applaud yourselves, all the parents out there. Pat each other on the back. And of course, a huge thank you to all of our athletes. It's been so incredible watching you guys all compete. There's been great sportsmanship. It's really just been great. So massive thank you to all of you athletes out there today. Okay, also a thank you to Positive Studio, who's been in charge of all of our live streaming. We know that people are coming from all the way over the country and different countries. It's hard to make it and spectate every event. So a massive thanks to Positive Studios for getting this event back in all of our homes. And a huge thanks for the photography from Ellie Longshanks Photography. Some of you may have seen Jumaring up on our top ropes, getting all the perfect angles. So a massive thanks to Ellie Longshanks Photography. Are our setters here yet? Get out here, setters. So, I want to thank our lead setters, our head route setter, Carly Libreton, Kale McCauley, Dylan Eduardo, Sam Healy, and Emma Horan. That's our lead team. They have done an incredible job.
Carly left already.
Carly's gone?
Yeah.
Carly has left, but they have all been working so tirelessly to make this happen. And I mean, just turn around, look inside, look at those walls. That is art, and it's really been incredible watching everyone climb on them. So give another round of applause to these guys. They are great. Have we got any of our boulder setters here still? Yeah, boulder setters, get out here. Come on. Now, our head boulder setter, Sam Lavender. We've got Pat Klein, Amanda Miller, David Shigog, Yossi Sandako Krumans. Half of them aren't here, but these guys, I've seen them working. They slave away. They put in so much effort, so a massive thanks to these guys. I mean, there's no denying we've just had some amazing routes here today. So could not have happened without them and their extreme hard work. All right, now, I'm going to call over all of our SCA event team because, again, they have been, you've probably seen them running around behind the scenes, getting everything done. They've really been the cogs getting this thing working. So I want to thank Mercedes Yanev, and you're coming out. Everyone start coming out. Mercedes, Emily Cleary, John Bowen, Romain Thivnot, our jury president, Rick Perry, our head judge, Jason Gatehouse, Charmaine Mulally, and Emily Cleary. We've got people from all over the states. We've got Western Australia, Victoria, New South Wales, Tasmania, South Australia, Queensland. We've really got everyone. heaps. All right, I'm going to hand this mic over to Romain temporarily.
Okay. Hi everyone. Thanks everyone. I'd like to say a few thank you before we get onto the podiums. So first, a massive thank you to our host here, the Climbing Jungle. It's been incredible to have that event here, and I'd like to thank two people in particular. Sally, if you want to come a bit closer, as well as Joel, the two main managers here that have been extremely supportive the whole way. Joel, that took on the role of MC in the middle of the event, thanks so much. It's been a pleasure to have you around and to work with you. Next thank you is to all the board members at the state level, but also at the national level. There are a number of board members around from all the states, and I want to thank you for your work during this event, but also throughout the whole year. You all volunteers, and having you boosting the sport in all the states is exceptional. And thanks also to all my fellow board members at SCA. Thank you, guys. A few words on SCA, Sport Climbing Australia. It's growing. You must have heard that we have received some significant funding from the Australian Institute of Sports and the Australian Sports Commission, which is going to drive the organization and support us towards Los Angeles 2028. And also thinking about Brisbane 2032, which obviously is something we're all striving towards. So thanks for the support from the Australian government. And this is what's allowing us to grow our team. We have moved from one part-time employee, John. Where are you, John? He's over there. He's been working with us for almost 10 years now, and now the team is growing. We already have 3 extra full-time employees and a few more that will be coming. One of them being Irene Torrealba, our National Youth Head Coach. And happy birthday again, if I may. And she's representing the high performance team. Some of them are internationally located during this weekend, so they couldn't be here. But their work is incredible and the team is growing. So it's some great time for Sport Climbing Australia and Sport Climbing in Australia.
Thank you.
I think that's it. I hand it back over to Joel. Thanks everyone again, and I hope you have an excellent weekend.
All right. Now we've done all the thank yous. It's time to get down to the award ceremony. This is where we get the bling. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the National Youth 2025 Championships. Please welcome, our medals will be presented by Romain, SCA board member. We've got Irene, National Youth Head Coach, and we've got Emily Cleary. So they'll be presenting our medals. Come on out, guys. All right, we're going to start with our junior female category. So we'll have 2 podiums here. We'll have an international and a national. We'll start off with our international podium. So in 3rd place, we have Inez Christofferson. Yeah, up there, you're up there. All right, in 2nd place, we have Abby Lance from New South Wales. Okay, and in 1st place, we have Maeve Bradbury from New South Wales. All righty, thank you. You guys were awesome today. Say cheese. Get some photos, everyone. Snap it up. All right, thank you. All right, and now for our national podium for junior female. In 3rd place, we have Josie Wardrop from Tasmania. Great job, Josie. In 2nd place, we have Abby Lance from New South Wales. podium today. All right, in third place from Queensland, Kyle Houston Connor.
Let me give a please, Marshall. Yes, we have technical issue. You get a medal later.
All right, in second place we have Boston Denner from Queensland. And in first place from the ACT, Lenine Connor.
So are we missing the... Okay, right. Who's supposed to get...
One moment.
You guys get all medals.
Technical...
Here we go. Here's your bling. It wouldn't be a podium photo without your medals around your neck. Awesome effort today, guys. It was great watching you all climb. Alrighty, same deal. If you guys could head over there, please. Next up, we'll be doing our Youth A females. Okay, in third place from Western Australia, we have Christelle Coates. Yeah! Awesome. And in second place, also from Western Australia, Olivia Horlock. All right, and in first place from Queensland with a top at the end, Atako Nakamura. Great effort today. What's up? Alrighty, and in second place from Victoria, Jimmy Smirk. And from Western Australia, Colin Jackson. Nice job today, guys. Amazing climbing. Super entertaining to watch all you guys today. All right, now time for our Youth B females. In third place from the ACT, we have Arabelle Jones. And in second place from South Australia, Laura Howe. All right, and in first place, taking the gold medal from Queensland, Oriel Michaela Storp. Geez, it was great watching all these guys climbing today. Some jokes. Awesome job. Head straight down here. While we're waiting for something to get printed, I want to say a special thank you to the weather over the last 3 days. If you were here on Thursday, you would have seen we had these back doors open and closed maybe 5 times. So we've been lucky enough for the last 3 days that for the majority of the time, they've been open, and it really, really helps for spectating. It doesn't help our grass, so, you know, pros and cons. But it really helped not getting rained on the whole time. Yeah. No climbing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. After this ceremony, there will not be any climbing for the day, sorry. But tomorrow will be open at 2 o'clock. And I know all these finals routes are staying up, and we're going to be resetting from bright and early tomorrow morning. So if you are happening to stay around in the area for another day, definitely pop in and trial these finals routes and see where you would have placed. I know they're pretty hard. Even those youth, I think they're youth C boulders. Oh, we're good. Okay, cool, awesome. Thank you. That was desperate. All right. Now for our Youth B male category, we're gonna have 2 podiums, an international and a national. Starting with our international podium, in 3rd place we have from Queensland, Jasper Nishino. Get up here, Jasper. And in 2nd place from Western Australia, Dylan Bailey. All right. And in 1st place, our international competitor, Fletcher McGrath. Awesome effort today, guys. All right, now, our last podium for the day will be our Youth B Males National. In 3rd place from New South Wales, we have Charlie Crittenden. Get up here, Charlie. Awesome climbing today, Charlie. All right, and in 2nd place from Queensland, a familiar face, Jasper Nishino. Well done, Jasper. All right, and our last trophy for the day. 1st place in Youth B Male from Western Australia, Dylan Bailey. Well done, Dylan. Great climbing today, guys.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to say a quick special mention to our belayers again. There were some fairly tricky starts on some of these routes throughout the event, and I'd like to say also a special thank you to Scott, who is essentially my chief belayer, but to everyone on the belay team. It's a very important job. We're keeping they are keeping all our athletes safe, while also ensuring we're not short roping, tight roping anyone. And from my point of view, I think they did a fantastic job throughout the entire event. So again, I think we should put our hands together for our belayers, please. I'll hand you back to Joel, thank you.
All right, before we wrap up, I want to say a little thank you as well to our food and coffee truck that have been tucked around the corner. I'm assuming everyone's eaten there at least once now. They've had some great food in there and the coffee has been amazing. And hiding behind here, we've got Brad, who's been our resident local plumber, our wind protector. Brad's been the silent hero of this event.